Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about bodybuilding. I'm going to give you my hands down number one all-time favorite bodybuilding tip. This isn't BS. This isn't hype. This comes from years of training with people like you in the gym. Before I get into the topic, if you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. Come on over, submit your questions. The best questions I turn into videos just like this. All right, so I'm 50 years old. I'm old AF. I'm an old son of a gun, an old genius, an old coach, all right? I've been lifting for about, 32 years now, and I've trained with a lot of people. A lot of people will come to the Tiger Fitness Gym, which, by the way, is open. If you're traveling through, you can come train here for free and train with a big, hairy, ugly dude. All right, so I've trained with a lot of people over the years, and the biggest tip that I leave most of them walk out the door with me, and this is a strictly bodybuilding tip, but it could also be applied to powerlifting or really any other aspect of your life. The biggest tip, most of these people walk away from their training session with me, is that they aren't training nearly as hard as they thought they were. Let me repeat, they leave the gym realizing they aren't training nearly as hard as they thought they were. Now, this video does not exist to position myself as the king of intense training, because I do not train that way. I train hard, but I am certainly not one of these dickheads on YouTube Fitness that likes to pound his chest and talk about beast mode or puking in buckets or any of that other bullshit. I don't do that, but I do have a purpose in the gym. And one of my main purposes is to make every set count. One of my main goals every workout is to make my sets count, to work hard, to work heavy, within reason, so I don't injure myself. Now, a lot of people will come into the gym and they have a list of exercises they've been following, and about 2 to 3 sets into the workout with me, they're tapped out because they're not used to pushing each individual set as hard as they should be. So while they might have volume in place, and while they might even have exercise quality in place, good exercise choices, they're not training nearly as hard as they should be. And this isn't, again, to say that they're wimps or weasels or whatever, but if their bench press max is 250 pounds, they should be doing on dumbbell bench presses, 80s or 90s for multiple sets of 10, but they're not. They're going lighter than they should. They're not pushing themselves to their full potential. They're not challenging themselves. And basically, this boils down to not having a focus on progressive overload. They aren't making their sets count. Their sets kind of have no point, no purpose, and no goal. When your sets have a point, a purpose, and a goal, you tend to push them a lot harder because you want to reach that next level. You want to reach that next level of strength. You want to reach that next level of progression. You want to push yourself because progression is a prime driving mechanism of hypertrophy. You will not get big if you are weak, period, end of story. So my biggest bodybuilding tip, again, is to push harder, push harder. Seems stupid, seems simple, seems stupid simple, but this is the number one thing most people in gyms need to hear. You're not training as nearly as hard enough as you should be. Now, how can you cure this? It wouldn't be a good quality video if I didn't leave you with a couple tips. Number one, you want to maximize time in the gym, and number two, you want to maximize your sets in the gym. So once you're maximizing your time by choosing the best possible exercises and maximizing that time with a good quality amount of volume, so say you're training for 60 or 70 or 80 minutes or whatever it is, that time is maximized with the best possible exercise selection. With that in place, maximizing your time, now you need to maximize your sets. And how do you maximize your sets? Well, you can either push a set for as many reps as possible, stopping that set when you feel like you might fail on the next rep or when your form is going to break down. This gives you safe sets. Practice safe sets, you know what I'm saying? Practice safe sets. Not sex, but that's good too. But you can do that. That's a good way to drive your progress when you aren't very strong already. But as you reach those intermediate stages, you still need some goals or forms of progress. So you might do 3x10s or 4x10s or 5x10s on an exercise. And when that weight feels manageable, then you add more weight to the bar or more weight to the dumbbell. You don't just stick doing 60s by 10s when you should be doing 80s by 10s or 90s by 10s. And this doesn't mean you can't periodize intensity. Certainly you can. But the point, again, is you have to have a goal. Each set needs a goal. It needs a trigger, when to add weight, when to progress. So if you are maximizing time in the gym and you are maximizing your sets in the gym by making them have a point or a focus, you will be training a lot harder than you are now. I guarantee it, and your results will be much better. So guys, this has been my #1 bodybuilding tip. And if you have a tip that you believe is just as important or more important than what I shared in this video, drop it below, because the big, hairy, ugly dude wants to hear what you have to say. All right, guys. Hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching.
And stay sexy.
Stay sexy, people. You sons of bitches, you better stay sexy. That's strong.